Hello, Soap Opera Nation. Welcome back. I'm your host, Keisha Chantal, and it's my job to try to make some sense out of nonsense. In case you missed it, Soap Opera Digest ran a cover story on the industry's reigning queen of daytime soaps. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the one, the only, Eric Braeden as Victor Newman. A man once described by a Twitter user as having a hold on the black grandmothers as a collective for over 40 years. Where is the lie? The power of Victor Newman is so universally accepted that many fans believe that The Young and the Restless would crumble into ruin if Victor were to be no more. You know who else believes that? Mr. Braeden himself, naturally. But here's the thing about Roman emperors. They can't rule forever. And this is the main issue that I take with this article and The Young and the Restless as a whole. Let's break it down. First order of business is establishing that soap opera covers are allegedly paid for by the show. Read that back. According to a tweet in August 2020 from Victoria Rowell, ex-Drusilla, I marched to Soap Opera Digest Madison Avenue and met with now editorial director Stephanie Sloan to put Black YR talent on covers and push our storylines too. After Resistance, Diversity won in 2005. By the way, soap pay for covers. If you didn't know, now you know. Also good to keep in mind, and this is not just for Soap Opera Digest, but journalism as a whole, is to approach it with a bit of skepticism. As my old journalism professor used to always tell us, when it comes to news, just follow the money and that will pretty much tell you what the viewpoint is. So here we have SOD's cover story with Mr. Braeden. Are we going to learn anything new? Does he have a new book coming out? Something to promote? You bet your sweet cheeks he does. He's been sent in to rally the troops and to restore your faith in the sinking ship that is Y&R. Right off the bat, the magazine states their position by saying how exciting it is that Victor is taking control of the whole Ashland situation. Exciting? Oh wait, I think they mean exciting by comparison to the other storylines that are falling flat. Alright, never mind. Digest then zeroes in by asking Braeden to tell them, the fans, why he thinks it's so successful. Exciting, successful, I'm beginning to sense a theme here. What follows is a glowing PR piece meant to highlight how brilliant and well written the show has become under current head writer Josh Griffith. By the way, Griffith's first script edit as current head writer was March 20th, 2019. The date of this magazine's issue, March 21st, 2022. Could this Trojan horse cover story be a third-year anniversary gift that Josh Griffith is giving to himself? Ooh. All I'm saying is that there is absolutely no way that he and his team aren't aware of the social media backlash surrounding most of his stories. So who could blame him if he wanted to give himself a little self-love? Anyway, in the article, Braeden manages to work in his absolute disgust for ex-head writer Mal Young. The last regime introduced things that no one gave a damn about because they were not part of the history of that show. The they that Braeden is referring to is Y&R's first Hispanic-centered Cuban-American family, the Rosaleses. Speaking of which, do you remember this YR fan Facebook Live from 2019?
What do you think of the Rosales family and why are they a focal point on the show?
You have to ask the former writer, Mal Young, why the hell they are the focal point of the show. That is veering away from what has been the focal point for the last 38 years since I've been there. The Abbotts, the Newmans, etc.
Objection! The Rosales' family brought plenty of drama. And by drama I mean Arturo's abs. No, but seriously, the last time that Abby was interesting was when she was in a love triangle with Arturo and Mia.
Why am I wasting my breath on that hateful piece of shit?
You got something else to say?
Mia! Mia, I gotta go! Mia!
Say it!
Sounds like like drama to me. Young's introduction of this family, in my opinion, was an attempt to introduce some much needed diversity onto the show. Fans started seeing a lot more of the Rosaleses and a lot less of Victor, which Braeden claims nobody gave a damn about. But here's the thing about Y&R fans, or any daytime fans really. In the beginning, they were built on showcasing predominantly white families and their issues. The core fans of soaps were and still are predominantly white. However, in the late 80s to 90s, fans with different backgrounds, namely African American, started to tune in more. Co-creator Bill Bell saw the shift in his audience and created the Winters family to capitalize on the viewership with some much needed representation. Where Bell got it right and Young did not was that he maintained the founding families while shining a light on a new emerging family. Hence, one didn't have to suffer so the other could thrive. Which leads me back to another reply that Braeden gave when a fan wanted to know what happened to Victor's office.
A lot of people are asking what happened to Victor's office.
Well, let me be very honest with you. There was an attempt by the former executive producer head writer to diminish the role of Victor Newman. He attempted to diminish it, to bring the character down. Never forgive him for that.
Damn. Imagine holding a grudge for a coworker that got fired from your job 3 years ago. Let it go, Daddy. Look, it's obvious that Braeden is coming from a place of fierce love and devotion for preserving Bill Bell's legacy. But to say that no one gave a damn about the Rosales family simply because they weren't a part of the original history of the show is a little self-serving, in my opinion. Also peculiar is his claim that the Mal Young regime wanted to, quote, get rid of me and get rid of Melody, when he stated in his Facebook Live that what Mal Young actually did was diminished his role. Now, I don't know about you, but getting rid of and diminished are two totally different things.
We're good.
So am I.
We're diminished, but we're good.
Thank you, Josh. Rest assured, Victor Newman isn't leaving Genoa City anytime soon. Not even in the afterlife, child. After a few more pointless questions from Digest, they just basically bow out and give Braeden the floor for a soliloquy on a largely misunderstood industry, and his enormous respect for the writers, producers, and directors. Every so often, you step back and say, oh my God, and you realize that some people drive 2 hours to get to work. They get up at 4 in the morning. I mean, it almost makes you come to tears when you think about it. And the people who work their asses off don't make that much money. Breaking news. Millions of Americans get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and drive 2 hours or more for a job that they don't get paid much money for. Do not panic. Veteran actors and head writers like Braeden and Josh Griffith are not among the overworked and underpaid huddled masses. In fact, according to the 2021 Writers Guild of America Schedule of Minimums, Griffith earns a weekly guaranteed minimum of $41,218. As for Braeden, it's alleged he commands a salary of at least $25,000 per episode. Damn. Once again, Soap Opera Digest pulls the ultimate gotcha with its title, Eric Braeden sounds off like never before! However, it's easy to read between the lines that this is really just relative privation at work. Think of it as a message to all you complaining fans out there who are now being told, you guys, it's actually brilliant and well written. Remember how horrible things used to be when Mal Young was head writer? He tried to destroy Bill Bell's legacy, and Josh Griffith came in and saved it. We're so misunderstood. In other words, everything is fine. Just fine. Don't forget to share this video on Twitter and Facebook. Now, Let's open up the comment section. I want to know what your thoughts are on this article. Do you agree or disagree with Braeden's statements? Until next time, you know the drill. Stay petty.